morning, Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag market outlook for Thursday, May 15th. A lot of news here overnight. Biggest news being the limit down trade we saw in the soybean oil had since bounced now 5 to 10 points off the limit move. Bean oil prices have risen sharply as of late with yesterday's close in the July contract, roughly 5 cents off the lows from late last week. We did trade the 3-cent limit move for much of the evening before bouncing. A lot of the strength has been built on speculation the Trump administration would quickly approve legislation on the Z45 biodiesel tax credits, including a blender's credit through 2031. Odds of this happening, however, appear to have been dashed when at a committee meeting late yesterday, EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin stated that a decision was still months away. Bean oil as a percentage of product value had jumped out to a 2.5-year high, closing yesterday at 47.3%. And we estimate the speculative traders have built up a long position in excess of 75,000 contracts. That would place that at its largest level since December of 2022. Meal is benefiting from the lower oil trade, trading 7 to 8 bucks higher, pressing up near that $300 per ton limit. A little bit mixed trade now on the wheat. That's actually pushed 2 to 3 cents higher, while beans are still 13 to 15 lower. Corn mixed up a little in the July, down a little bit on the new crop. Export sales later this morning, NOPA crush later this morning, expected to come in at a record high for the month at 184 million bushels in April, well below March of last March was at 195, but well above the 169 from April of a year ago. CONAB also just came out with their production updates here for the Brazilian crops. They raised their corn forecast just over 2 million metric tons to 126.9. Still below the USDA's 130, and a very slight upward revision to their bean forecast, up about 500,000 tons to 168.3 versus still just below the USDA at 169. Weather-wise, good rains are starting to fill in across the northern plains, which is bringing relief from recent record high temperatures. These cooler temperatures are expected to gradually shift east over the next 24 to 48 hours. Rainfall through the weekend expected to favor the northern plains and southeast Midwest. Another major storm event is expected to cross the central Midwest the early half of next week, bringing widespread 1.5 to 3 inches of rain, nearly ideal for the recently planted crops. Extended forecast layout, cooler than normal temperatures in the east, warmer in the west, while mostly normal precipitation. This in week 2 for the central Midwest. Lower trade in corn has firmed up here a little bit as we approach the pause. However, held within yesterday's range. Export demand is expected to remain robust, while domestic usage is starting to slow. Yesterday's EIA report showed ethanol production the lowest in 1 year and has been below the pace needed to hit the USDA corn usage estimate now for the past 6 weeks. A 3-month high yesterday in July beans sold off hard here overnight. First support below the market is at the 100-day moving average at 1046.5. Nove beans have closed higher 6 consecutive sessions, trying to perhaps buy in a little bit more acres here away from corn wherever it can. U.S. balance sheet is shaping up to be quite tight if record yields are not attained for the 2025 growing season here in the U.S. In wheat, Algeria has reportedly bought 660,000 metric tons, largely from the Black Sea region, paying $245.50 on a CNF basis, seems to be about the average price. While day 2 of the Kansas Wheat Tour showed average yields in the southwest part of the state at 53.3, well above year-ago 42.5. Final yield estimates later today. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great day.